What's up, everyone? James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that Mateusz Gamrot will step in for Dan Hooker against Jalin Turner. This, according to Fanside, is Amy Kaplan, who says, I can confirm that Mateusz Gamrot is stepping in to replace Dan Hooker and will fight Jalin Turner at UFC 285 per sources. This is not confirmed by the UFC yet, but Amy's got sources. She's been in this game for a long time. I don't think she's got good sources, and I know she is pretty close to the Jalin Turner camp, so I'm taking her word for it. This makes a lot of sense in terms of the rankings and everything like that. And I'm going to break down this fight in just 1 second, but quick, a word from our sponsor. It's that time of year again where you're making your New Year's resolutions, and I'm sure some of you watching this video are looking to break some bad habits, and luckily, my sponsor Fume is here to help. Fume is a natural diffusive device that uses plants and behavioral science to help you trade out your negative habit for a positive one. Fume is not a vape, it's a non-electric device designed to transform your negative habits. Instead of pods filled with potentially harmful chemicals like a vape, Fume uses core-infused plants like peppermint and cinnamon for delicious natural flavors. Fume's new version 2.0 model is snappy and tactile. With the adjustable airflow dial and magnetic end cap, your fingers will always have something to do. I gave this to my cousin Craig recently and he absolutely loves it. Head over to tryfume.com/Lynch and get 10% off your order, or use the QR code on the screen, it'll work as well. And make sure you take advantage of this offer on their Journey Pack. The Journey Pack comes with 3 unique flavors, including the new version 2 Fume to help you kickstart your positive habits. That's tryfum.com. Use code Lynch to save an additional 10% off your order today. Okay, so there you have it. Mateusz Gamrot stepping in for Dan Hooker. And this is a big boost to this card. If you guys have watched any of my stuff, you know how much of a big fan I am of Mateusz Gamrot. 21-2 record. I just can't say enough good things about him. I know he's coming off the loss of Beneil Dariush. Very close fight. I thought Gamrot looked very good early on in that fight and then ended up losing a bit of steam. But here's a good opportunity for him to remind people why he is a top rank fighter. Just looking at the rankings right now, probably a good idea to do that and kind of see what we got here. But if you look at it here in the lightweight division, we've got Gamrot at number 7, Jalin Turner at number 10. So for Gamrot, it's about kind of getting back on the winning track and getting back to that, top 5 area that he was kind of in before the Dariush fight. You see the wins prior to that: Saryukin, Ferreira, Stevens, Holtzman. He's had a pretty good start to his career. The Guram fight, very close. Yeah, he's been on quite the run. I don't think he personally beat Arman Saryukin. That's a debate for another day, but still, this is a good opportunity for him to go out there and really shine. And for Jalin Turner, this is a great step up from Brad Riddell. I think Dan Hooker was a winnable fight potentially for him. I think with Gamrot, things are going to get a little bit trickier. Gamrot, very good wrestler. Gamrot, very durable as well. Gamrot, not an easy guy to take out, as we've seen in his career. He's actually never been finished by knockout. He's never been finished, period. This is a rear naked choke loss in grappling, so that doesn't count, but as far as MMA goes. But yeah, quick tail of the tape here. 32 years old here for Gamrot. We've got, how old is he here? 27 for Jalin Turner, so a bit of an age gap there. Here's the key thing though: 6'3". Jalen's got to be the tallest, or if not one of the tallest lightweights in that weight class. 6'3" is a lightweight. It's just unheard of. I've seen Jalin in person. He's way bigger than I am, and I'm nowhere near 155, if we're being honest here. So 6'3" is 75.5 inch reach compared to 5'10" with a 70.5 inch reach. So like he is in about 95% of his fights, Jalin Turner going to be the bigger guy. But if you look at Gamrot, he's a really tough guy to take out. Again, lost this decision to Dariush, lost a split to Guram. His 2 losses are very good losses in my opinion. If you're going to have a loss, why not have it against some guys here? And Dariush, I've talked about this before in other videos, realistically should be next in line for the title depending on what they do with Islam. But yeah, I think no shame in losing to Beneil Dariush in your last fight and going the distance with Arman Saryukin. Whether you thought he won or not, I don't think he did. I still think that's a nice feather in your cap to even go the distance with Arman with how good he is of a fighter. So there we go. Yeah, like I said, big step up here for Turner. Honestly, my first instinct is to take Gamrot. This is a fight I may do as an early look. If you guys want me to do it as an early look and do a really in-depth breakdown, more than happy to do that. But just my gut feeling is Gamrot, just because of the level of opposition and just because, again, like Turner's going to have to go out there and try and finish him. And I just think that's really tough with a guy like Gamrot. We'll have to see how Gamrot does with the size. That's certainly going to be very interesting here. But yeah, I do give a slight edge to Gamrot. As far as the odds go, maybe Jalin will be the favorite. I'm not entirely sure, just because again, Turner's been finishing a lot of guys, but this is a big step up in terms of, I know rankings wise, it's not a huge step up, 10-7, but you just look at who Gamrot's fought. Again, Saryukin, Dariush, it went the distance. Even like Ferreira, Stevens, and Holtzman, these are lower ranked guys, but he finished them all. So you gotta count some of that as well. So we'll have to see what's going on. But again, I think adding Gamrot to this card is a great replacement for Dan Hooker, just because Gamrot, in my opinion, one of the most exciting fighters right now in the UFC, and really excited to see that. And then you add that in with Jalin Turner, who's also very exciting, I should say. Very much looking forward to this fight. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think this is the right replacement? I do. If you don't, I would like to hear why and who you would have liked to have seen take Jalin on instead. I know there was talk of Drew Dober and maybe some other names there, but I think this is a great replacement. And more importantly, who do you think wins this fight? Again, not 100% official, but I take Amy's word for it. The fight's probably going to happen. Let me know what you're thinking. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports, and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/Lynch on Sports. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.